Hey guys, it's Frank here with another CvI. The Celestial player is Veronica, who submitted the replay. Thank you very much, Veronica. And we have Viper up here in the upper left on Titan's Causeway. So we see an instant scan go down. That's probably to detect if there's a Shroudstone cheese coming in. Just making sure that the tower rush isn't coming, which is pretty useful. Does see the Iron Vault. Conclave follows shortly after, but that's pretty stock standard. Hexen's going to make his way across the map, and yeah, it looks like we're in for just a normal opener here. The Morph Core is going to make an array, and this Arc Ship... Oh, start it, you can get it, you can get the Hexen. Oh my gosh. Oh, if he'd have started Sovereign's Watch right there, I think he could have got the Hexen. Hexen's going to come into the main, and I don't get why people scout the main of a Celestial. That's like the last place where Celestial will build is where they start. But doesn't matter. The array finishes, so now Veronica's on 2 arrays. Yeah, nothing really earth-shattering there. Doesn't go for the health camp yet, though. That might be what's happening right now. Yep. Oh, and another Morph Core pops out, heading where? Is it just helping out with DPS? Must be. All the same, yeah, it looks like the Hexen teleported back home and now has a Brute. And a couple of Gaunts. Okay, so going for the speed camp first, which is nice, but I don't know that we see... another, Looks like Viper decided not to build a meat farm next to any of the camps, which is interesting. Normally we see at least one... Oh! The graphic for the buff changed. The little lightning bolts on the units is interesting. It's very eye-grabbing. Oh, and they're gonna snipe the health camp! What a grab. What a grab. Okay, so that's 4 Fiends. Okay, Sovereign's Watch does go down to protect everything, but that's unfortunate. I think that, yeah, this Morph Core could grab this health camp to recapture it. But what are the Infernals going to do now? Okay, they're going to go for the Vision Camp. They've definitely got enough HP for it. The last Shadow Demon goes down. Not infested. Although it could have been. The Hexen's definitely got enough energy for it. Oh, and they do scout this this array over here. The question becomes: is Veronica going to lift it off or just sacrifice it? I don't know if there's a choice. Yeah, there's no army units out yet. Looks like Veronica's going for Kree though. Kree being a fantastic anti-light unit, which Gaunts definitely are. Okay, so we see that lone Kree. Oh, it was caught trying to recapture that health camp, but it didn't work out. I think what needs to happen is a power bank needs to go down like right here, so the Sovereign's Watch can give his units time to recapture the health camp, and then it's a lot more of a stable defensive position. Okay, but we're gonna see this Fiend Brute Gaunt ball kind of rotate back home, or maybe just continue creeping. I don't know. So we do see 1 array, 2 array. Is there another array over here? No, the Morph Core is waiting, but I wonder if he forgot about it from making all these units. Yeah, okay, we see another Kree going down. A lot more Kree going down. And the Lonely Fiend scouting around. I wonder if he saw it. Taken down by the strike node pretty quickly, and I think he did scout the Kree have the roly-poly upgrade. Kree getting their AoE attacks off, which is super nice, and they're going to make short work of all those Shadow Mastiffs. Meanwhile, over on the east side of the map at the 3 o'clock position, we're going to see the Infernal player taking on their own Vision Camp. But we haven't seen Veronica retake her her health camp, or vision camp for that matter. Like, that's, I don't know, might be worth it in my opinion. The Kree reactivate roly-poly mode, and they hit the camp just to make it more aggressive towards the opponent. They take one swipe on the Piper there, but doesn't do a whole lot. You might want that brute to eat the health cabbage, but I guess it won't matter if the other high health brute is over there tanking damage as well. Throws down an effigy just to regenerate some of that white health. And there we go. Now we see these camps being retaken for Veronica. But now Viper's getting passive Therium, and that's huge. Just because of how much Therium the Infernal race uses, it's going to be a really big help. We do see a Magmadon out. Let's see. Okay, the expansion's good to go. Plague Axes are probably already done. Let's have a look. Yep, we do see Plague Axes are finished up. Oh, and this huge Kree ball is going to catch all these fiends who are now really low on health. But now the question is, are the Kree going to come by and try and take that speed camp for themselves? Oh, wow. Veronica throwing down a Therium Purifier right in the face of, right in Viper's face. Not trying to hide it at all. Okay, but Viper going to come back and retake, or I guess defend the speed camp, but not going to see the Therium Purifier yet. That's interesting. But it looks like Viper is going to... Oh, and already threw down a meat farm in the center camp here for the extra Luminite. This Bruiser is attacking Gaunts. I think maybe like an extra half a second of micro to make sure that the Magmadon's the one tanking would have helped save that Gaunt. We do see a couple of Weavers coming forward, and those are also light units, so I wonder how they're going to fare against this huge Kree composition here. It looks like Veronica's going mostly anti-light, which is great to take out all these like all the Gaunts. All right, here they go coming in. Oh no, the Magmadon wasted stomp mowing the lawn to get to this array. So it's going to be on cooldown for a while. Speed camp, it regenerates. And what another cheeky play that we've seen Celestial players do is that if there's a camp that's been taken behind their opponent, what they can do is use Evolution Catalyst. It's a top bar ability to make that camp respawn, so that way they're getting attacked by a camp from the rear. We see 2 Sovereign's Watches go down, so I think it's a fight that the Infernal player doesn't want to take. Reactivates the Stompies on the Magmadon, but no, the Kree know when they don't want to go in and fight. They are going to come over and take the speed camp though with its shiny new. Oh, a Cabal gets sniped in. Let's see. All right, so now the Kree are going to come into combat. We do see a pretty healthy front line of Magmadon and the Brutes though, which do have heavy armor, so the Kree are not going to be able to do much against that. Magmadon gets lifted. Now the Kree are in the front lines doing their bonus damage to all these Weavers. One Weaver goes down. This Magmadon, both Magmadons are starting to stop, but the Kree are too fast. They can just leave. So the Cabal re-lifts this this Magmadon, starting to get focused down by the Weaver. We see all these Gaunts in the back line not focusing down the Spellcasters, which is unfortunate. The Kree are going to chase. And yeah, all those AoE strikes are going to hit a lot of those Gaunts, and most of those Gaunts from the previous reinforcement are going to evaporate. The Cabal in the back, oh, is it going to die? No, it doesn't. The Magmadon gets taken care of. Kree Cabal is a cool comp. I like that. Okay, Hexen's going to throw a skull kind of towards the south there, I think just to scout out the army and see where everything's at. Doesn't infest anything. And the Kree are going to rotate up north here. But are they going to take the... Okay, they're going to deny the passive Therium, which is pretty strong. But I think the Infernal player is going to try and do a counterattack over here on this array. What else are we seeing for... Okay, do we see... We don't see an Elder Shrine up just yet. Something meow... Oh, the Riz Kitty meowed. Okay, so we don't see any more in terms of tech structures. But yeah, it looks like Viper's going to retake the speed camp. This is quite a bit of Kree. Oh! But Viper used the Skull of Shadow to retake the Therium camp. I like that. And this skull gets sniped. Okay, so we do see a Superstone go down, and a couple of these Kree are going to get killed off. But not before doing a little bit of damage to the Superstone. Alright, so the Droidekas are going to move around, and these Kree are going to contest. They're going to... Looks like they're going to kill off this meat farm, and also deny the passive Luminite. I really thought, yeah, I thought Celestial was in a pretty rough spot, having lost the, you know, not having passive Luminite and not having passive Therium, but it looks like all that's kind of changed. Therium Purifier only has one prism assigned to it for now. Okay, yeah, and because Celestials don't really have a heal that can follow them around, retaking this health camp is going to be huge. That last slime does finally go down, and yeah, now all these Kree are finally getting all their health back, which is super nice. They're not really expensive, but it's, you know, if you don't have to throw away your units, why would you? So yeah, they're all just going to chill in the health camp, in addition to getting that passive global health regen. Actually, I'm not sure if it stacks while they're sitting inside of the health camp, but that is so many Kree, and they've all still got the slime debuff on them. Well, not anymore. Okay, so we see all these again with the Gaunts at the front line. I think a little bit of micro, or just like control clicking the brutes, making sure that they get to the front line first would be helpful. We don't see any anti-heavy here from our Celestial player to deal with all these brutes and Magmadons. We do see a couple more Weavers out, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Okay, so it's going to be the sides that are going to be the anti-heavy. I think they need to focus down the Magmadon while it's incapacitated. We see so many Kree coming forward doing their AoE spinny ball damage, which is nice. But these scythes are just being mis-microed. They're being used to focus down Gaunts and I guess the Weavers, but really they shine against heavy units like the Brutes, which they should be focusing down, so that way they turn into Fiends, which the Kree can then take out pretty easily. Oh man, now the Infernal player was stuck between... Okay, the Infernal player was stuck between the speed camp and their opponent. But yeah, it looks like Veronica's going to go back, regenerate some of that energy, and yeah, Veronica's also floating a little bit of Luminite here, floating a bit of resources in general. Excuse me. What a fun little scrappy game this is turning into. Okay, so Viper's gonna go to the 3 o'clock side and try and get this. Oh, this is a level 3 camp now. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be a pretty tanky camp. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. One brute goes down. Oh man. Okay, so this expansion from Viper does get noticed by these scythes, but a little hit squad of Kree gets caught by the Infernal Ball, and they're just gonna roly-poly their way away. Oh, and another expansion's found out as well. Yeah, these Infernal are just too slow to keep up. They're not going to be able to What is healing these guys? I don't know what was healing them. Starforge continuing to crank out these scythes, which do bonus damage against heavy. Okay, so their shield does activate, but I think they're all going to go over to yeah, this expansion over here. No! No! Your light unit's fighting against Gaunts. Oh, great connections with these Kree doing their AoE damage against all those. Oh, the couple of good harpoons on the Cabal. But not before these 2 Magmadons get lifted. So now it's just Kree versus mostly, what, Gaunts? And they're all going to get finished off here pretty soon. But the Magmadons do come back down. Scythes are going to help with their anti-heavy weaponry. And, okay, so yeah, we see another Krieg come over with the spinny attack. Shrine is going to go down. And the Krieg want these, they want these imps too. Denying workers on top of denying an expansion like that is pretty big. Okay, well the Scythes are going to be over here harassing this infernal army. Okay, and it looks like the Kree don't want anything to do with this Shroud Stone. It was the Super Stone. Let's see here. It's 27 and 10, 27 and 10. Okay, so it's just a normal Shroud Stone now. Now we'll use Evolution Catalyst to turn this into a level 4 camp. That would be really cool, I think. Yeah, forcing camps to be. There we go. There's Evolution Catalyst. Now that's going to be really hard for the Infernal player to retake once the creeps respawn. But yeah, having that passive Luminite is going to be huge. Okay, we see a bunch of Kree doing their roly-polies. Alright, the new shrine does go down, and a couple of imps come down to start long-distance mining while the shrine's coming back up. Okay, so the Kree are just going to hang out over by the Therium Purifier. What do we see over here? Is this it's still an Arc Station. We don't see an Arc Fortress just yet. Kind of nice that these those Cabals are popping out right next to all those power banks. Oh, and we're missing a huge fight. My mistake. So all these Kree are going to come in. They want to do a run by, I think, but it's mostly the sides that are going to try and take down this shrine. Will they be able to? It is heavy, so they are getting that bonus damage. Most of their specials are procced, and the shrine does go down. Okay, so now the Celestial Army was in full retreat there. Some of these sides are in rough shape, though. Alright, they do capture the speed camp. That power bank is super drained, but just flying over these power banks over here will help a little bit. Just get that energy back up. And retake the Luminite at the center, but Viper sees this, comes back and says, "No, I want my passive Luminite. You can't have it." Has enough gaunts to scare away the scythes, but this looks like a mostly ground attack army. Like, yeah, we see a couple of gaunts peppered in there, but looks like it's mostly Weaver Magmadon. Okay, maybe I just wasn't squinting hard enough. That is a healthy, respectable amount of gaunts. Okay, so we see a couple of Shroud Stones that are going to get focused down, and now the Shrine is next. But we don't see... Oh, and it was a bit of a multi-prong attack. Yeah, this Shrine got taken down as well. I think that might be a leftover from earlier, though. So now Viper's going to counterattack on all this Therium. The Prisms are going to get evacuated. A couple of Morph Cores are here, but yeah, Therium Purifier goes down. Starforge is going to go down next. Oh, losing both Morph Cores is a bummer. That's a bit of a loss. Okay, but we're seeing all these sides come around, trying to do damage against these heavier units, but there's just so many gaunts here that are doing their bonus damage to these sides that I don't think that's working out all that well. These Cabal have lifted the Magmadons, but the Kree are not a good matchup against Magmadons. They're just so tanky on top of being heavily armored that I think it's a bad idea to try and fight these Magmadons with the Kree. Yeah, you've got these scythes. Use them to focus down the mags. Alright, yeah, Celestial kind of had to take an L there. I think they're going to try and retreat with what they've got left, but this is so much Infernal. The supplies are relatively even, though, for just having gone through a big fight like that. Being down 20 supply, though, is pretty rough. I don't know that... Alright, we do see a long-range Sovereign's Watch doing what it can to chip away at a lot of these enemies' health, but this might be it. We see another Sovereign's Watch get dropped right next to that strike node. I think, yeah, taking down that Starforge would be nice. But while it's that close to the Sovereign's Watch, they do finally commit to it. We see all these sides go, I don't know, presumably to the main? Are they going to an expansion? I don't know where they're going. They need to come back and defend. But we might be seeing the beginning of the end here. The supplies are all evened out, but Infernal definitely has more expansion. Oh no, they don't necessarily have more expansions, but they're taking out so much tech. Yeah, and these Magmadons on top of the Weavers, like, this is just such a tanky army. Sides, you need to be focusing heavily armored units. I get that Gaunts are the biggest threat right now to you, but yeah, this is rough. I don't know how Veronica comes back. Is Veronica just gonna try and rebuild her base over here? See a couple of Gaunts being annoying. Yeah, and I guess the Arc Station can heal some of these sides up, but like this Infernal Army is just run through so much Celestial tech and production that it'll be rough going to get back. Oh, and the Weaver gets taken down before it can teleport home. We do see a couple Argents come out, which are going to do bonus damage to heavy, which most of this army is, but they do run out of energy pretty quickly. So Argent number 1 goes down. What they need to be doing is fighting under these power banks, so they keep on fighting with charged shots. Viper is not pleased with the way his retreat went, but I think Viper's underestimating how much damage was done there. That was pretty brutal. Alright, all these sides are going to contest. We do see a Super Stone go down, but it's not long for this world. And now this pack of Gaunts is going to come by and say, alright, you've overstayed your welcome. Time to leave. Okay, Evolution Catalyst, maybe? That would be a pretty spicy grab. Okay, it looks like the central Luminite camp is reset as well. This one's still level 2, though. I think it could be taken down. Maybe not. We see a Cabal, I don't know, just patrolling around or something. I don't know. And alright, so we still see a mostly gaunt Infernal army. And I don't know if that means that Veronica's going to tech back into Kree or what. We see an Ascension Matrix. It's still an Arc Station, though. We're not seeing any of that Tier 3 tech just yet. Oh, and they're going to catch the expansion again. Gotta cancel it. Viper, you have to cancel it. Okay, it does get canceled. But at the loss of a couple imps. Not as bad as it could have been. Oh, man. This is just on the verge of collapsing right now. You breathe. 94 health. I think 2 sides would be able to take it out pretty quickly. Okay, so we see a lot of brutes, a Magmadon. Oh, there we go. So we see a level 4 speed camp being taken down. But boy, are they tanky. Yeah, how much health do they have? 660 health. That's more than a... that's yeah, that's more than a Magmadon. Each one of these Shadow Mastiffs has more health than a Magmadon at this point. Alright, all these sides are going to come forward, and they're going to focus down the Super Stone first, which is a good idea. And they're going to force an emergency, like, oh crap, retreat from the Infernal Force back home. But this, yeah, the Infernals are getting pretty high up in Gaunt count. But Veronica's got more supply in army. Where's all this supply? Is it all the supply in these sides? Must be. Oh man, yeah, that thing's hitting like a truck. Oh, and it's aggroed too. Yeah, that bruiser is here to do some work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearly 5-shotting a brute. Okay, that shrine goes down. Another shrine goes down immediately afterwards. Are they going to be able to focus it down? They get it. Oh, and that was a kill. That wasn't a cancel. That was a kill. Okay, we learned something though. Get your morph cores out of there. Your morph cores are not cheap units. Oh, and we see more. Oh, use the morph cores to build creation chambers, so that way, yeah, it's almost like a proxy. So being able to crank out units from this Proxy creation chamber will be super nice. No, finish it off. Finish the shrine off. You can literally go send your Cabal to finish off this shrine. It's got 17 health. No, 1 unit. Just build 1 unit. Okay. Oh, man, that's so rough. And this single Hexen is auto-attacking this creation chamber. Alright. No, you gotta really crank it out. What is happening in this game? Superstone goes down. Is it gonna be able to kill the Argent before the Argent can kill? Where'd it go? Oh, it's not the designated prime structure. No! That's unfortunate. Just needed... Oh, both creation chambers go down. I don't know if they built much, though. We see a healthy number of sabers over here, which do a weird version of AoE, just the way they have a T-shaped AoE. Sides are going to come by and get that passive Luminite. This is turning into a game. This has been a game. But where's the reconstruction? We don't see a whole lot of reconstruction that's happened yet on the side of Veronica. Where's the... Veronica needs, like, production structures or something. Well, I guess she doesn't. She's up in supply by quite a bit. Oh, that's what's going on. So both the natural and the main have mined out for Viper. So Viper's kind of in a tough spot. Okay, we see a new shrine going down over there. Yeah, and I think Veronica's just slowly starving Viper out. And as long as the Celestial player can take more efficient trades, I think she'll be all right. Yeah, or at least like trying to mine out. Yeah, Veronica's really got to mine out the rest of these Luminite mines just to really starve out the Infernal player here. Oh, it's a shame we can't see how much Luminite's left. We really need that in observer mode. Skull of Shedda doesn't connect with anything, but it does give good vision. Let's Viper know where the Celestial Army's at. But meanwhile, down here we see that shrine getting taken out again, while the sides retake the. Oh man, yeah, that's. You don't want to fight into that. While the sides retake the Luminite camp. All right, the sides pop down just to say hello. And say, I see that you're trying to rebuild this shrine, but I don't want you there. See a power bank getting thrown down. Oh, it was built by a morph core. What is this doing? It's an arc station. It's not a fortress. You can't attack buildings with it. What are you doing? No, Scythes, you're drunk. What are you doing? Scythes, go oh no. Losing 3 Scythes to that Gaunt Ball is kind of rough. Looks like we saw these sabers get cleaned up as well. And alright, the power bank is going to get contested. These prisms, I think, are not in a position to just be hanging out over Gaunts. There's a Cabal that got harpooned. Oh, man. And it's in desperate need of a heal. Nightfall Infestation whiffs. And again, we're seeing a lot of light units. I think the tech switch back into Kree would be a good call right now for Veronica. Especially considering she's got an economic lead. Oh, I would kill to see what the rates are, the mining rates. Just to see how they're doing. Okay. We're gonna see Evolution Catalyst, but you're basically just giving the camp back to the Infernals now. Oh, I think the idea was to deny the Luminite from actually killing the camp, because I think they're worth a lot more now. All right, so Scythe's sitting on top of all these poor little imps. But we're gonna see a fight happen over here. Argents are not the best matchup against Gaunts. But they don't take the bonus damage. Yeah, I think Argents are they are heavy tagged. Alright, Gaunt Ball versus level 5 Shadow Mastiffs. Not much of a problem at all. Oh man, the telegraphed attacks though are pretty strong. Alright, so now we're gonna see the tower spam. Alright, are you gonna turn that into a strike? No, you need to turn these into something. You gotta turn them into something. Okay, so we see double Sovereign's Watch go down. Oh no. Again. Sides versus Gaunts. Not a good time. Superstone goes down right next to this shrine. It gets taken out pretty quickly. Yeah, and now now there's nothing left to defend it. Really need to focus down this this shrine. Actually, I guess focusing down the workers is probably more important at this point, just so they oh, both sides are floating so much Luminite though. Huge Nightfall Infestation connect. Really good connection there. I don't know if the Infest is going to be worth all that much. We're going to see... Whoa, 4 Weavers come in to reinforce. The Gaunts are going to continue to keep trying to push these scythes out, and they do successfully do so. Yeah, this is a lot of Infernal. I think these Argents are going to get cleaned up here pretty quickly, especially because they're so low on power. Yeah, there's just no retreating. Just keep fighting. Do the damage that you can. You know what else might have helped there is, oh man, these scythes are so annoying. Good job though, making really good use of all this terrain, like forcing Viper to like go up and down all these ramps, going like around all these cliffs. That's really annoying. All right, so we see the Morph Core building over here on top of this, right when the shrine's about to finish. So yeah, it seems like the tables have turned a little bit now. Now that it's the Infernal player that's up by, what, 32 supply now? Yeah, again, Argents are not going to trade well against this many Fiends and the Gaunts as well. I think these Prisms could probably be saved. Prisms aren't cheap either. Decides not to pull them back, though. And yeah, this is looking like the beginning of the end. Okay. Yeah, the disparity in supply here is pretty nuts. I don't know if it's like a Sovereign's Watch that needs to go down to kind of shoo off this this Infernal Force or what, but Veronica's just floating so many resources. Like, build some production back here or something. This should not be your last stand. Yeah, there's the Sovereign's Watch. Now chase! Chase! Okay, it does manage to take down a Weaver, which is super nice. Where's did the Arc Station get taken out? It must have. Veronica, you've got so much Luminite. Just build stuff with it. It might just not be soon enough, though. Yeah, like, even if she does crank out Creation Chambers or whatever, it's just... Well, but Viper's not... Viper, you gotta jump on your opponent. You're at 121 supply, and you've seen all of your opponent's army. It's like, it's non-existent. It's straight up Argents. Oh, that's why Veronica's not able to build any higher tech units. All of her... Wait, no, this Therium patch is still good. She could have been mining from that Therium this whole time. That's alright, though. Really well played game by both sides. These strike nodes are putting in work, too. Do you see a Sovereign's Watch going down on top of this collection array, which is I guess hovering still over a non-existent Luminite mine. That's alright, though. Alright, Viper rotating down to take care of all the... Oh, and putting Veronica into red power now. That's a rough spot to be in. Okay, Veronica's going to continue to try and fight underneath all these power banks. But this is not... Yeah, Weavers are so tanky. Like, look, all those Argents were just focusing down that Weaver. And burned out like all the energy from all those power banks fighting that Weaver. Ah, that's rough. Legion Hall going down, or Ascension Matrix, excuse me, going down next. Yeah, and like just look at the map. The Infernal player's basically taken over the entire map at this point. 36-minute game. But Veronica's still in it. Veronica's telling Viper, it's like, alright, if you want this victory, you're going to have to kill every single building. You don't get it for free. Oh, well, I say that, and GG comes down immediately after. Really cool 36-minute long game. Thanks for the submission, Veronica. This is awesome.